question for us today is, did you turn to God though? We in this life, God promised that we're gonna have trials and tribulations. We live in a fallen world. That's the sad reality. We're not living in a world that God designed. I mean, you know what I mean. This ground is cursed. That's why we have so many bad things happening. That's why you have these evil forces attacking, just people nasty, angry. You can be attacked by animals, bro. This is not how things were meant to be. But the reality is, this is where we live. And God promised those that love and remain with Him, He promised He would make a new earth and a new heaven for them to enjoy, and He will be there. Not like right now where we can't see God. I mean, for Adam and Eve, you could see God. They could until now, before they sinned. But back to what I'm trying to say. Did you turn to God though? When you go through these situations, sometimes you feel so hopeless, it feels so painful, it just feels like, man, you just want to give up, you just want to, what's the point? You just want to throw everything away and just say, I'm done with this. It's easy to do that. It's super easy. But easy doesn't get you any growth. Easy doesn't get you anywhere. Because to be able to go to God, first of all, you need that spiritual energy. You need that backing. You need to be able to have that. It's like when you're depressed, yeah? You just feel like you can't do anything. You feel like even going to talk to someone is just a big hassle. You get? So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, when you're trying to go and pray or something like that, it'll be so hard. Especially when you're going through these things, your faith isn't up. But now here's where my question comes in. Did you turn to God though? That situation it's killing you, it's hurting you, it's just making you feel I don't know how. But the question is, did you turn to God? Did you give that situation over to God? Did you invite God into your situation and say, God, I need your help. I can't do this without you. Did you tell God, please intervene on my behalf. Fight my battles. Do this for me. Because in my other videos, I've been talking about how God's presence, there are things that must be there. And when Jesus died on that cross, He didn't just die. He got the victory for us. He gave us the victory. He said, in this world you'll have troubles, but fear not, for I have overcome the world. Does it say fear? Okay, something like that. Worry not, fear not, I have overcome the world. And it's true. When Jesus died, He got dominion over everything. So this means that now in Christ, in Jesus, when you allow yourself to abide in Christ, His presence heals you. It gives you power. You can do anything, man. That's the crazy thing. And it really shocks me because a lot of people just ignore this, and I just wonder why. We live in an already difficult world. I would rather be happy. So why not let God do those things for you? He clearly has the power to do it. He clearly wants to do it for you. So why not let Him? He loves us. We are His children. Like He said, Christ is the good shepherd. He leaves the 99 to go find the one. That one could be any of us. That those times where you're really struggling with your faith, you're really struggling just to push through. You just feel like, man, I just can't go on. Man, this situation, man, this thing, this burden, this worry, this thought, it just keeps burdening me. This addiction, this thing. You just can't get a grip and just push through it, man. And you think you're gonna be destroyed, but no. With God, you can't be destroyed. With God by yourself, you can't, because God can't be destroyed. And as a child, that is your inheritance. Your inheritance is power. Your inheritance is victory. Your inheritance is heaven, peace, joy, love. All these amazing things can be yours. It can be ours. You don't have to wake up feeling so horrible. You don't have to worry about what you're gonna do about that situation. You don't have to worry. You don't, because God already promised that He will take care of us. Yeah, we will go through these problems, but in the end, we win. Who is we? The people that put their faith and trust in God. If you don't, in your own strength, bro, you can't do it on your own. You may deal with that one thing, but another thing will come and you just won't have that strength to deal with that other thing. And you know the crazy thing about this life is they'll keep coming. Without that strength, it's gonna destroy you. You will lose your mind, I promise. Have you ever seen how some people just doing crazy things out here? It's because I can guarantee it's because they love Christ. There's nobody there backing them up. There's nobody. Christ has already offered, but the thing is, God is not forceful. He won't force himself on us. We have to willingly go to him and say, Lord, please do this and this and this. I give you permission. I surrender myself to you. Please intervene. You have to go to him. He won't just, he won't be there to look at you and say, oh, this person is, okay, you know what to do. No. It doesn't work like that. He has principles. He has rules that must be followed. If we don't follow those rules, those principles, then how can he help us exactly? He's not forceful because he gave us free will. If we don't use that free will to allow him to be God, then how do we expect anything? How can we expect what he has promised us? How? Because these situations will come, they'll come and keep coming. So now this is what I'm asking. Did you turn to God though? That situation came, you may feel like you failed, you may feel like, man, you just can't go on. But here's the question. Did you turn to God though? Have you tried going to the one that defeated death? Defeated death? How do you even say that, bruv? What? Defeated death? What is that? So what's this life? There's nothing too hard for God to handle. That's the truth. That's the reality that a lot of us ignore because, I don't know, pride, ego. We think we know everything. We think we're so smart. In our own eyes, we're just the smartest person alive. But such a person will fall because they're not relying on God. They think they're everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. We need to put our faith. We are not living in times where we can joke around anymore. It's actually crazy nowadays, man. It's crazy. I heard the other day some lady was just walking, she was stabbed. What is that, man? That's messed up. Who's going to protect us from such things? When we're going through our heartbreaks, when we're dealing with all these nasty things, when we're trying to improve ourselves, who's going to love us through all that? People won't. People won't. God will. God will. So, did you turn to God though? Did you really turn to God? Did you really place your faith and trust him? Did you expect God to do what he said he was going to do? Did you trust God enough to hold him at his word and say, Lord, you said this, you said this, you said this, you promised this. But at the end of the day, yes, he will do what he has to do if we allow him to, if we give him the permission, if we go to him, put our pride to the side and go to him and say, Lord, I can't do this on my own. Please help me. It may be whatever situation. It could be anything. God is a God of provision. He's a God of anything. He is anything you need him to be. He's the answer to all our questions. In this dying world we live, he is the answer to all our questions. It's crazy, man. We're ignoring the only person that can really save us. The only person that can really change our lives from the inside out. We're ignoring the only person that truly loves and cares for us. Why? It makes no sense. We're ignoring him for people that don't really care about us. When the tough times come, do you think they're going to be there for you? No. Not all the time. A time will come when they'll also have to deal with their own thing. And who's going to help them? Who's going to help you? I remember I said this in my last video. Who's going to help them? Who's going to help you? And if both of you are down, how are you helping each other? No. You're not. So please, trust me. Jesus is the answer to all our questions, to all our worries, to all our problems, to all your problems, to all my problems. I have tried God. It said in his word, taste and see that the Lord is good, and he is so good. My soul has had this ever sweet feeling ever since I actually trusted and placed my faith in him. When the day I decided to actually take him seriously, my soul has had this sweet taste. Just You know, when you're eating like that nice food, that nice drink, it's so refreshing, it's so delicious. It's just like, you wish this moment could never end. But with God, it never ends. Place your faith and trust in Him. Trust me. He's the answer to all your questions. I promise you.